What's up, everybody? It's 3 Pedal J out in the garage again. Continuing back on the build for the 6.4. So as you guys saw in the previous video, we did piston and ring installation. Really didn't need to put new rings in it, but we foul fit rings and put new rings in it because we're this deep into this reassembly. We might as well just take our time and sure up every little possible mishap. So right now where we're at is we got the cam out. I haven't unboxed it yet. I can tell you the specs on the cam real quick. Cam profile specs are as follows. This is a comp cam, off the shelf HRT stage 2 turbo cam. You see the serial number on there. You see its advertised duration is 287, 295. It's at 050, it's 229, 237. It's got an LSA, low separation angle of 116. So it's a wide split, and it's 635 lift on the intake and exhaust. So it's a pretty aggressive cam. Just want to show you guys real quick what I do. So here's the front of the block. You can see you got the provisions for oil pressure switch. Here's where I'm pulling for the oil feed for the turbos. Right here would be where the sensor for the oil pressure goes. I just haven't put that in yet. I'll reinstall that here shortly. Then cam slides in here. Brand new cam bearings were pressed in at the machine shop the last time I had this deal apart. I never took the crank out, so the crank's already torqued, everything's straight, the thrust plates are in, all the clearance and tolerances are fine. And let's have a look. So you'll see we have the number 1 piston, which is on my right. It would be the driver's side, which would be looking at the motor to the right, at top dead center. Then the rest of the pistons, just showing you guys real quick the inside of that block, gorgeous. We honed it. Slid the pistons back in. Cross hatches are there. You guys can probably see that. So this is a really good block. All the issues that I've encountered have nothing to do with anyone other than myself. It had to do with just rushing to put it together and not really taking my time. So what I want to do is show you guys the proper way, non-rushing, how to put this in. So the main issue that we had was the pin. Let me grab this out of here so I can show you guys. All right, so here's my cam. Oh, here's gonna be my cam. So this pin right here, if you guys can see that, that's what broke off and caused all the valve timing and the cam timing to just go wonky, and that's how I ended up in the situation that I was in, which caused myself to need 2 new pistons and new heads, but I already had heads, new valves, new cam. All right, so here's my cam, brand spanking new, $700 later because I'm a knucklehead. One of the other things that I want to talk about is making sure that you guys, when you do a cam install, if you're not doing, first off, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, definitely pay a professional. If you don't know what you're doing, for peace of mind and the investment that you're putting into your vehicle. So here we go with a brand new cam bolt. These are torque to yield, so you're only supposed to use them once. I am a bit of a knucklehead, and I have used these more than once. That was part of my problem. I did not use Loctite on it. So this go round, we're going to use Loctite on it. We're gonna do everything the right way. Here's my Federal Mogul lube. So we're gonna put a liberal amount of that on here on all the journals and let it rock. Right, because this is important stuff right here. You do not want to screw this deal up. All right, guys, so I got this deal started, and I'm going to show you how I do it. You have to wiggle it around a little bit and slide it. You're going to have to like mess with it just a little bit. Slide it in there. All right, so here's where it gets kind of challenging. So you got to get it in there. There we go. All right, so it's in. Light movements. You cannot get crazy with this deal. You cannot get super aggressive with it, or else you will break or nick one of the journals. So here is the cam plate that goes and covers everything. So how do we do this? Looks like it goes like this, and that's how she goes in. So we're gonna just clean that up a little bit. So all right, so my VVT stuff is locked out. So I got these in my pocket. These are the Torx screws that hold the cam plate on. You do not wanna lose these or cross thread these or get these dirty in any kind of way. So I just had them in my hoodie pocket where I can kind of control what's going on with them. So these are a T25. These are a T25, and the correct torque for these is 18 foot-pounds, I think. That's not a lot, so I just kind of get it hand tight, and then I use my wrench to get it snugged in there. The torque spec for the cam bolt is 70 foot-pounds. I'm gonna go, because I'm anal, I'm gonna go a little bit more than 70. I'm gonna do 75, maybe 80 foot-pounds. But we're gonna get that guy torqued to spec, and hopefully we'll have no more issues with our motor. All right, so this vehicle is equipped already with manual lifters, which have the better rollers in them. They are non-MDS lifters, so I don't have to spend extra money on Hellcat lifters because these are the same. So what we're gonna do here is, why is that not okay? Wrong size, no problem. Figure that out. Thought it was the right size. I was wrong. That'd be the right size right there. All right. So, do not know what the torque specs on these are, but it doesn't take much. You'll know if you got it not right. So, that's not coming out. Lifter tray is in on the passenger side. So we're gonna do the driver side next. I did have to replace one of these trays because during the valve train collision, we had one lifter got messed up, but I have one replacement lifter in here, and I ended up getting one replacement tray as well. So in full disclosure, I did have to replace one of these trays, but no big deal. I'll slide this into bores too, because we don't want no issues. So this is probably just me being anal. You don't have to do this, but I just like to make sure that everything is copacetic. I want to make sure everything's properly lubed and that we're not dry starting this deal. It's not hard. It's easy. Get it started. Put it in there. So put these lifters in. Like I said, this can only go in one way, guys. If you look at the way these are tapered, they only go in one way. I know with the LS's, they can spin. So you could end up running into issues with an LS platform. But this is a Hemi. This is a Mopar. Dodge actually did shit right. Things right. Let's, come on, go in. All right, there we go. All right, that looks like that's good. I'll look up the spec for that, the torque spec for those. It's not Ugga Duggas, that's for sure. So we're at the part now where extreme care needs to be taken. So here we go, walking over to where I have my phaser. This phaser has a lockout kit in it. You cannot see it, but I know because I installed it, and I know that it is the one that needs to be on here. Let me see. So this pin lines up. It can only go on one way. So it's on there. So now the phaser's on. So now the next thing you need to do, throw yourself a little bit of blue Loctite on there. Because you don't want to be a knucklehead like me and not get it right. So this needs to be torqued to 70 foot-pounds, and it's like 35, 50, 70. I'm going to do 45, and then I'm going to do 70. And then 18 millimeter for the cam bolt. And we're going to just get it started. Make sure this is... Okay, guys, I need to show you real quick. Hopefully that is showing up, that there is a dot on this one right here. That dot is approximately in the 6 o'clock position. I will have to lower it. No, it is actually in the 6 o'clock position because my block is clocked just a little bit. And then if we come up here, scroll up, baby. Come here, come closer. Approximately in the 12 o'clock position, right there, there's a mark. So, to get this thing in time, we gotta grab our timing chain. Here's your timing chain right here. And we gotta find these marks.
How is a necklace a time machine?
It's not a necklace, baby. These double marks right here go on the top. And the other one, they go right like that. And this guy, well, what? I'm sorry, baby. This goes, do you see how, lower the block right there so I can get a little bit more. The dot and the mark on the chain are 100% lined up. And then we just gotta take these and line this up on here.
Is that good where the light is? Or do I need it higher or lower?
Find out in a minute. Let me see this. And there you have it. You see how the line, the mark is in between those two? So now the timing chain is lined up. And all I have to do is put the tensioner on. And then we can slide the oil pump on. And we can get ready to close the front of this deal up. So that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you watching.